मुझे भी करना है। तूने प्रूव कर दिखाया यार, anybody can dream।
मुझे लगा मैं नहीं, पूरा का पूरा मूवमेंट चल रहा है। Breathable fabrics, awesome comfort, effortless style, AD from the house of Arvind।
In the India Today Best Universities Survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi and National Law School Bengaluru।
ये सब आप इसलिए कर रहे हैं ना सर, ताकि आप अपने आरएसएस को बचा सके। वैसे भी आप आरएसएस के भोपोई तो हैं। आरएसएस का सच है मेरी थीसिस, जो सालों से छुपाया गया है। But I am going to unmask the truth।
क्लास अब शुरू होगी, because the professor is here।
ये जो भी हो रहा है, ये injustice, ये conspiracies, ये manipulation, अगर आप इसको terrorism नहीं कहेंगे तो फिर किसको कहेंगे? ये है मेरा आखिरी सवाल। This is my last question to you।
Introducing the Hitachi Sumo Heavy Duty Air Conditioner. Backed by Japanese innovation, Hitachi Sumo Heavy Duty AC is built to deliver a maximum cooling capacity of up to 7400 watts. Hitachi Sumo Heavy Duty ACs come with a long air throw of up to 24 meters. The Octa sensor technology of Hitachi ACs uses 8 intelligent sensors across indoor and outdoor units. An elegant machine that's bigger, bolder and better isn't just an AC. It's a powerhouse built for Indian summer.
अरे ये डिबेट बाहर की सोचे विकी। डिबेट यानी विवाद, भारत विवाद नहीं, संवाद यानी कंस्ट्रक्टिव डिस्कशन, इसमें भरोसा रखता है।
सच नरेट नहीं करना होता, नरेटिव को सच बनाना होता है।
जब भी भगवे के ओर कोई कालिक दिखता है तो उसी स्याही से इतिहास लिखा जाता है।
जब अपना कोई मूव किसी को मूव करता है ना यार, फील आ जाती है।
भाई तू अपना है, तेरा सफर मुझे भी करना है। तूने प्रूव कर दिखाया यार, anybody can dream।
मुझे लगा मैं नहीं, पूरा का पूरा मूवमेंट चल रहा है। Breathable fabrics, awesome comfort, effortless style, AD from the house of Arvind।
कोई ग्लोबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन नहीं है, इट्स अ टेरर मशीन।
अगर हम टेररिस्ट होते तो टेररिस्ट हमें क्यों मारते?
आरएसएस ने बाबरी मस्जिद तोड़ी और आरएसएस वायलेंट है। Just say it।
वो तब गिरा जब इस देश के बहुसंख्यक समाज का विश्वास टूट गया।
आप लोगों ने तो देश चलाने का दावा किया है, लेकिन आप लोगों का ना कोई हिसाब है ना कोई किताब।
ये चोट निशान छोड़ेगी।
Introducing the Hitachi Sumo Heavy Duty Air Conditioner. Backed by Japanese innovation, Hitachi Sumo Heavy Duty AC is built to deliver a maximum cooling capacity of up to 7400 watts. Hitachi Sumo Heavy Duty ACs come with a long air throw of up to 24 meters. The Octa sensor technology of Hitachi ACs uses 8 intelligent sensors across indoor and outdoor units. An elegant machine that's bigger, bolder and better isn't just an AC. It's a powerhouse built for Indian summer.
ये सब आप इसलिए कर रहे हैं ना सर, ताकि आप अपने आरएसएस को बचा सके। वैसे भी आप आरएसएस के भोपोई तो हैं। आरएसएस का सच है मेरी थीसिस, जो सालों से छुपाया गया है। But I am going to unmask the truth।
क्लास अब शुरू होगी, because the professor is here।
ये जो भी हो रहा है, ये injustice, ये conspiracies, ये manipulation, अगर आप इसको terrorism नहीं कहेंगे तो फिर किसको कहेंगे? ये है मेरा आखिरी सवाल। This is my last question to you।
Join International Institute of Hotel Management. Call 983-10-50,000.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the nation's sharpest opinion, I'm here to tell you why I think all of us, all Indians, should go all out and support each of the 7 points the Prime Minister has made. Support the Prime Minister and support the government on all the 7 points. Ladies and gentlemen, let me make it clear. This is not an austerity drive the Prime Minister is asking for. Absolutely not. Those who are calling it an austerity drive don't know what they are talking about. The Prime Minister is asking you to play your role in strengthening the Indian economy. And why wouldn't you? If I tell you the larger picture, I'm sure you will. Ladies and gentlemen, he's asking for 7 points. Reduce petrol and diesel consumption. He's not saying stop it. He's saying reduce it. I'm sure we all can. 10, 20, 30%, let's make a good start. Prefer work from home and virtual meetings. He's not saying don't go to office. He's saying prefer. Where you can do a virtual meeting, don't travel for it. I do it every day. It makes a lot of sense to me. I'm sure it makes a lot of sense to you. Save foreign exchange, avoid foreign trips. He's not saying don't go abroad if it's necessary. He said don't do it where it's not a necessity. He's asking you to stop buying gold for 1 year. And I'm going to talk about this later today. What is important? The country or buying gold? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the most important points. He's asking you to reduce your edible oil consumption because we don't want to keep importing edible oil. He's asking you to reduce chemical fertilizer usage, adopt natural farming, and lastly, he's saying don't keep buying foreign items, buy Indian products. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Prime Minister is requesting you and telling you that if you help, our country will be stronger. All of us, I for one, starting with me, will do everything possible. I will do everything possible. We will talk about Indian Republic and we'll do everything possible to follow the overall instructions of the Prime Minister. Because for me, all of the smaller things can wait. Our national interest cannot be made to wait. Our Prime Minister is not making a random appeal. He's telling you, come together and help me strengthen our nation's economy. He's giving you a golden opportunity to participate in the making of a great economy for a great nation. He's basically telling you to save the country's foreign exchange reserves. That is what the Prime Minister is asking you to do. I think we should all feel privileged that we have a Prime Minister who says to us, help the country's foreign exchange reserves. He's saying, if you try, you can stop the outflow, ladies and gentlemen, of dollars. You can reduce the import bill. You can reduce the pressure on our currency, the rupee. Let the world be in turmoil. Let us strengthen India. And ladies and gentlemen, let me now come to gold. We in India have an obsession about gold. We need to control that obsession for the next 1 year. We import $72 billion worth of gold. Can you believe it? $72 billion worth of gold we keep importing every year. Is that a small amount? No, it is 10% of our total import bill. 10% of all our imports are gold. What do we need to do now as a country? Make our country strong or keep buying gold? You keep buying gold, where is that gold coming from? It's coming from abroad. It's being imported into our country. And heavens will not fall if you don't buy gold or make gold ornaments for 1 year. You can defer it. As a nation, Do you know that we spend 4 times as much on importing gold than we spend on importing vegetable oil? My God, just imagine how much gold we buy. We spend 5 times more on gold imports than we do on fertilizer imports. Think about it. We keep saying support farmers, but do we play our part? We don't. We keep importing gold. Ladies and gentlemen, we spend half the money that we spend on crude oil imports, half that money we spend on gold. So if this purchase of gold is eating into our foreign reserves. And it is not good. Next time you say, why are foreign reserves falling? Ask the person, when did you make an unimportant gold purchase? Of all the 7 points of the Prime Minister, the biggest one is the one on gold. And I'm asking all of you tonight, can you, in your part, stop the purchase of gold for 1 year? If you stop the purchase of gold for 1 year, or you reduce it to 20% of what you may have intended. Suppose you have to buy gold somewhere, you buy 20% of what you intended, not the rest. Do you know how strong our country's economy will be? I have a feeling that if someone explains it to you in these easy terms, you will listen. This is not moral science today I'm sharing with you. I'm saying the Prime Minister is not asking you to go into an austerity drive. This is not an austerity drive. He's asking you to put the nation first. See, viewers, we have come through a war. The war increases, through the war, the Prime Minister saved your household, the government saved your household from being impacted by the rising prices of fuel or LPG. You didn't have real trouble, though the Congress party and others predicted you would have trouble. But all of this has reduced our Forex cushion a bit. It's fallen from $728 billion in February 26 to $690 billion now. Yes, that is a lot. We have a very healthy Forex reserve. But can we afford to keep buying gold, keep doing the wrong things, keep traveling abroad, keep spending dollars, and as a result, let that Forex reserve decline? We should not do that. This is the time to say, I care. This is not the time to say, I give a damn about my country's Forex reserves. This is the time to say, I care for my country. I think the Prime Minister is making sense. This is a test of our nationalism. Therefore, my hashtag tonight, and I hope I have your support on it tonight. I hope the Republic Media Network is able to convince you that gold can wait, but national interest cannot. If we believe in nation first, Rashtra Sarvopari, which we believe as the Republic Media Network, the least we can do is do everything, remind us, our families, talk to all our family members and our near and loved ones, share this video with as many people possible and say, these are 7 things the Prime Minister has told you to do. But did you know that we import $72 billion of gold? Viewers, if you want to make India strong compared to America, other countries, stop buying gold for 1 year. It will make a difference. Believe me, it will. Please share this video. Let's come together. Gold can wait. National interest should not. Let's debate.
आज जो संकट है, उसमें हमें विदेशी मुद्रा बचाने पर भी बहुत जोर देना होगा, क्योंकि दुनिया में पेट्रोल डीजल इतना ज्यादा महंगा हो गया है, पहले से कई गुना ज्यादा कीमतें बढ़ गई है। तो हम सबका दायित्व है कि पेट्रोल डीजल की खरीद पर जो विदेशी मुद्रा खर्च होती है, पेट्रोल डीजल बचाकर हमें वो मुद्रा भी बचानी है।
Prime Minister Modi has made a special appeal to the nation. This comes as the Hormuz blockade is choking crucial global fuel supplies. India is in a comfortable position compared to its neighbors. With gas stock of over 60 days and foreign exchange reserves standing at $703 billion, the need for panic is not immediate.
Our foreign exchanges can be conserved For example, our expenditure on diesel petrol, for our expenditure on external travel, for any expenditure which can have implications on foreign exchange, we should try and conserve.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has said that government is taking steps to prevent shortages and supply disruptions. Amid this, in the oil briefing, government reinforced Prime Minister's message on conserving crude and imported fuel.
साथियों, ऐसे ही खाने के तेल का भी है। इसके आयात के लिए भी बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में हमें विदेशी मुद्रा खर्च करनी पड़ती है। हर परिवार अगर खाने के तेल में खाने का तेल का जो उपयोग करता है, अगर वो कुछ कमी करे, मैंने बार बार कहा है 10% कम करो। अगर हम तेल खाना कम करें ना, तो भी वो देशभक्ति का बहुत बड़ा काम है।
This is Prime Minister's appeal to strengthen the Indian economy, protect India's Forex reserves.
आज दान की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन देश हित में हमको ये तय करना पड़ेगा कि साल भर तक घर में कोई भी फंक्शन हो, कोई भी कार्यक्रम हो, हम सोने के गहने नहीं खरीदेंगे, सोना नहीं खरीदेंगे।
As the war rages on in West Asia, this is a test of our nationalism. Time to stand together with the Prime Minister in the interest of our economy.
Some fools are calling this an austerity drive. This is not an austerity drive. A channel that is calling it an austerity drive is a stupid channel. This is not an austerity drive. This is asking the country to reduce, asking citizens to reduce purchase of foreign items, gold, and things which increase your, import bill. So I think there is no reason to oppose it. Anyone who opposes it is anti-national. Anyone who says, no, we must do everything possible to increase the import bill is anti-national. And I'm sure, Priyanka, you wouldn't want to be anti-national. Nahid would not want to be anti-national. Sheikh Hamid, well, Congress party often is fashionably anti-national on things. But, I have so much information on this. I have so much material that should you want to debate with me, I will have to thoroughly expose you, not just expose you. Welcome Deepak Reddy, welcome Sanju Verma. Hashtag gold can wait, Deepak. Gold can wait. National interest cannot. Make the opening remark, Deepak. Will you stop buying gold? Will you stop traveling abroad? Will you promote Swadeshi? Will you reduce your petrol and diesel consumption? Will you, Deepak, or is this only preaching for others?
Arnab, let me start off by saying our Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu ji has given complete support to Modi ji's statement. Not just that, he said it's a national mission for all Indians in such times of crisis. I would like to make it absolutely very clear to all the anti-national and those deviant minds with less IQ or with less understanding. The Prime Minister has only made an appeal, and this is not compulsory. And these are not restrictions, and there are no government controls. It's purely something which is good for the larger interest of the nation, and it doesn't cost a single buck to a common man. And I would like to go down some of these points. Avoid gold purchase. Then what happens? The investment goes into other instruments, which is good for the economy directly. Avoid foreign travel. Then people will start traveling within India, which is good for the Indian economy. Avoid public transport and carpooling, reduces traffic congestion. Work from home, improves convenience and improves efficiency, reduces costing. and then reduction in fertilizers, because we've been trying people to discourage from using fertilizers, but such times it will be effective for them to start practicing these new natural farming.
Why would anyone disagree with that? It makes absolute sense unless unless you don't know economics, you don't know anything about economics, then it's a problem. Then you need an economics 101 class, Priyanka Kakkar, which I'm willing to give you tonight, right? Unless you don't know economics.
Great, I'll take it happily.
Priyanka, should I give?
I want to ask, will you call me anti-national? Will you call me anti-national if I began by saying that Pradhan Mantri Modi in this very speech started by saying, my voice is echoing a lot, that Pradhan Mantri Modi started his speech by saying that he advocates horse trading and that the Congress CM should merge with the BJP and then he will open up the central funds for his state. He started with that, and then he's telling the people what should be done by the citizens of this country, but fails to tell us what the government will do every time the onus is on the citizens. Is it anti-national if I question that? Ab 10 दिन पहले Amit Shah ji was saying that प्रधानमंत्री मोदी के नेतृत्व में हमारे तो भंडारे भरे पड़े हैं, and 10 days later PM Modi is making this urgent appeal without telling the nation that our economy has now toppled to 6th position, or that the rupee is now almost close to 100, will be shortly it seems. These are questions. If I question this, will you call me anti-national? Arnab, I will call you anti-national for not asking these pertinent questions. That as soon as the chunavs are over, and suddenly Modi ji tells the citizens of this country that sorry, I have not been able to promote the Make in India concept. Sorry, I threw a lot of money into the Make in India venture but could not produce results. That sorry, I was lying. That विपक्ष, आपको याद है जब हम लोग कह रहे थे कि लोग लाइन लगाकर वापस जा रहे हैं गैस की किल्लत में, तो बीजेपी कह रही थी कि विपक्ष भूमिका बांध रही है, झूठ बोल रही है. Will they apologize?
Okay, I since you've said a few things to me.
Economy, will I be called anti?
1 minute, Sanju. 1 minute. Sanju, 1 minute. Let me just say one thing, and
Please don't label me. I expect better from you, Arnab. If a BJP spokesperson was giving me labels, I would understand. From you, I expect so much better.
Thank you. I also keep expecting better from myself. I'll just say one thing to you, Priyanka, and before Sanju comes in, that 3 or 4, inflation is a global reality because of the war. It is not happening in India or Malaysia or any country alone. Second, did your LPG supply get affected? Did your LPG supply get affected during the war? It didn't. Did you predict it would? You did. Third point. Heavens will not fall, Priyanka, if you don't buy gold for 1 year.
IPL में सट्टा लगा दे?
नहीं, क्या लगा दे? आपको सोने की क्या पड़ी है? सोने मत खरीदिए.
Anyways,
सोने से इतनी obsession क्यों है आपको? Why do you want to buy gold? 1 year you don't buy gold. 1 minute, Priyanka, for 1 year people like you don't buy gold, our country's economy will prosper.
I can scream louder, Arnab.
Our country will be doing much better if Priyanka Kakkar does not buy gold for 1 year.
Only 1% can travel abroad. Only 1%. Look at the data. Only 8% Indians have a passport and only 1% can travel abroad. Only 1% Indians today can afford the sona.
Exaggerating. Lying.
And what?
You're lying, Priyanka. Prime Minister has not said don't travel abroad. He's told you to avoid travel, avoid unnecessary travel.
How is he, after preaching so much yesterday, today he's enjoying an air show? कैसे चल रहे हैं jets? पानी डल रहा है उनमें, फ्यूल नहीं डल रहा.
एयर शो नहीं है. सोमनाथ मंदिर के भव्य समारोह को आप एयर शो ना कहे. आप अपने शब्दों को वापस ले.
आपने एयर शो किया ना. आप मेरी बात को घुमाए ना. आप
कुछ भी हिंदू धर्म के साथ कुछ भी हो, anything to do with Hinduism, you don't like it.
अरे आप ऐसा मत कीजिए. मेरे से ज्यादा बड़े हिंदू नहीं होंगे आप. आपको मैं बता रही हूँ कि कल उन्होंने ये स्पीच दी, उसके बाद 4 रोड शो कर दिए बड़े-बड़े कॉन्वॉयज के साथ. वो पानी में.
Okay, 1 minute. I need to settle this once and for all. Sanju, I need to settle this. Sanju, see, what she's saying is that, and there is a whole argument made. What about the government? What about the Prime Minister? What about ministers? Will they avoid their private planes? Why don't they reduce their travel? Now, if someone was to say, first of all, I think that but for security reasons, the Prime Minister would be very happy to fly commercial. But you can't expect the Prime Minister to be going into an Indigo plane. If you want to say the Prime Minister should travel by Indigo, I'll open the lines. The people of the country will say for security reasons, don't allow him. So don't be impractical, Priyanka.
He should use...
don't be rhetorical, don't be impractical, and don't be unreasonable.
Yes, yes. He should only fly via aircraft.
Okay, let's not talk about
Nahid, you don't want to support the country. You say we will not support the country. Say we will not support the country. We will buy gold.
Arnab can buy gold today. Arnab, get your facts right. Look at the data. Who can buy gold today except the 1% of the country, and who can travel abroad?
Are you out of your mind? Do you know how much gold is being bought every day? Have you any sense about it? Do you have the numbers with you? You don't have the numbers. We buy $72 billion of gold and we continue.
Are you out of your mind?
So let me tell you, have you lost your mind, Priyanka? $72 billion of gold, that is 10% of the country's import bill. 10%! We are a country completely obsessed with sona. We are obsessed with gold.
The fact that the rupee is close to $1 is equal to nearly
You stop putting pressure on the rupee by buying gold. Don't buy gold for 1 year. Nothing will happen to you. Sanju is on the debate.
Shut up.
Sanju.
You can't question the government. Can you question the government? Why could it not provide an atmosphere for Make in India or FDI?
Sanju is on the debate now, ladies and gentlemen. This is getting into a crazy and hot debate tonight.
Non-entity from the Aam Aadmi Party. Arnab, I want to ask you a question, and very humbly. Aam Aadmi Party की धज्जियां उड़ गई दिल्ली में. Arvind Kejriwal lost his own seat. But you get an Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson to make allegations at Narendra Modi. Who the hell is Priyanka Kakkad? What is Arvind Kejriwal's credibility today? What is Manish Sisodia's credibility today? अरे राघव चड्ढा ने इनकी धज्जियां उड़ा दी है. So shut up.
Oh my God, she says shut up and the debate goes personal. No shut ups on my program, please. Nobody says shut up to anyone, even I don't. I don't say shut up, you don't say shut up. Please don't use the shut up word anymore. No shut ups to anyone, continue the debate.
Well, she's from BJP. She can't do anything. That's how she talks.
22 minutes. Arnab Goswami.
Now, Priyanka, let me come back to the debate. Priyanka, don't interrupt for God's sake for 2 minutes.
BJP needs to speak. Arnab, I want to say one thing. You very rightly made one very important point, that the Prime Minister has not called for austerity. The Prime Minister has simply said, if possible, can you curtail your consumption of gold? Can you work from home? Can you curtail your consumption of petrol and diesel? And I tell you one thing, Arnab. In 1991, under Manmohan Singh, India had to mortgage 47 million tons of gold to Bank of England. And today, what is the status? Our gold reserves are 881 million tons. We have more gold than the US, UK, France, Italy, Germany, Switzerland combined together.
PM's request. Now my point is here. One minute, just one minute. See, I want to say this to you viewers. I'm opening up the phone lines. I'm opening up the phone lines, and I'm just sharing one thing with you, my dear viewers. Sheikh, Nahid, Priyanka, we're all from different political ideologies. But I'm sure you'll agree with me that some things are beyond politics. Let me tell you,
what's it compulsory to call the Aam Aadmi Party on a debate? Aam Aadmi Party is limited to just Punjab. Ask Priyanka Kakkad. 145 crores is spent every month because Kejriwal uses Punjab government's choppers and helicopters like his personal property.
Calm down, Sanju. Don't do this, Sanju. Don't make it about Priyanka Kakkad. Don't make it about Priyanka Kakkad. Two of my panelists have not spoken. No. 1 minute. I just see. 1 minute. Nahid, listen to me. Sanju, don't make it about Priyanka Kakkad. It's not, yeah.
He's anti-national.
It's not about Priyanka Kakkad. You are making Priyanka Kakkad the issue.
Always wanting to talk about votes.
Priyanka Kakkar is not the issue. The country's economy is the issue. Everyone on, please. I am asking you tonight. I am asking you tonight. Nahid, listen. Nahid, listen to me. Nahid, listen.
Her priority is elections.
Nahid.
Well, this is her priority. You are asking us what's our priority. On your debate, BJP spokesperson has made it clear her priority is just elections and just vote dakati. She's not concerned about the country. You are raising such important questions. You are raising such important issues. You are telling us so many things, but she's not interested. She's just interested. यहाँ से वोट डकैती डाल ले तो वहाँ सरकार बना ले तो दिल्ली में सरकार बना ली तो वहाँ धज्जियां इनकी भी तोड़ ली तमिलनाडु में एक सीट मिली मोदी जी वहाँ पर वोट दीजिए एक सीट मिली केरला में 3 सीट मिली coming into our country every single year. We have more gold reserves than the top 10 central banks put together. So if Prime Minister Modi has said, please, Arnab, why do you call such a spokesperson? Why do you importing gold or consuming gold or purchasing gold?
She's not interested in anything. Just a minute. I want to explain one thing. I want to explain one thing right now that's going on. I need to intervene for a moment. This is not an austerity debate. This is not an austerity debate. You are being misled. Viewers, if you are watching this at home, there is a meme fest that's going on right now with some people saying, oh, but before we are told, before we are told, just 1 minute, the Congress party says that this is very bad. I want to show you that when Chidambaram was a minister and Congress was in power, Sheikh, look at this. Chidambaram said the same thing in 2013 when the Forex reserves were under challenge. He said, resist buying gold, don't buy gold. This was said by Chidambaram. Are you looking? Binoculars laga do? Are you seeing what Chidambaram said? Now, Chidambaram said the same thing because at that point of time, there was a little bit of stress building up on the Forex reserves. And he was saying it is wrong to assume that gold is a safe investment. Chidambaram said, Deepak Reddy, precisely what? Precisely what the Prime Minister is saying today. Now, I would say that Chidambaram was not wrong then and the Prime Minister is not wrong now. If you stop buying gold for 1 year, even a 40% fall in the imports of gold can save India $30 to $40 billion, thereby strengthening India's Forex reserves. You have to be totally anti-national to say we should not listen. Secondly, all the people who are sending these forwards, oh, you politicians, first you reduce your convoys, you don't live in lavish bungalows, you stop traveling on planes. They are also being stupid because the government's not talking about austerity here. The government's talking about specific items that increase the import bill of the country. So there are people, stupid people, foolish people, anti-national people who are trying to stop you from listening to what the Prime Minister had said by provoking you into feeling that, political spending should go down, austerity should be for politicians first and then for Indians. Nobody is telling you to do austerity. Unless you believe not buying gold is an act of austerity, then you have to be richy rich. So all those memes, all those forwards are stupid, idiotic forwards. They make no sense. This is a call to reduce the import bill. That's why Prime Minister is saying reduce petrol because petrol increases oil imports. Reduce fertilizers because chemical fertilizers increase oil imports. Manure does not. Natural farming does not. Promote Swadeshi. What wrong is the Prime Minister saying? Now the Congress party is a Vadra party. Otherwise it would have believed in Mahatma Gandhi. So Sheikh Amir, you have no reason not to listen to the Prime Minister. That's all I wanted to say. Over to you, Sheikh. Now you can do what you want.
Arnab, I don't think you people need a BJP spokesperson when you are there putting up a...
Stop making personal remarks here. I'm talking for the country. Whose spokesperson are you? Whose spokesperson are you? Donald Trump?
I'm not here to buy...
Mamata Banerjee?
I'm not here to buy this moral appeal from Honorable Prime Minister.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't. I mean, you're against national interest.
Atmanirbhar Bharat. When Atmanirbhar Bharat is there, then why suddenly you are comparing between Chidambaram's statement when earlier during his regime, during the Congress rule, when he said that the people should resist buying gold, and he was referring to a particular economic situation. But here, from long, we have been calling that we are growing. We are.
Oh my dear Shai Sheikh, did you notice that on the 28th of February, Khamenei was killed, and we are still in the middle of a Strait of Hormuz situation? Have you forgotten that? Are you in this world कि आप 3 साल से सो रहे हैं?
Or ordinary people buying gold is not luxury.
It is not ordinary people buying gold, man. You are frustrating me. It's not ordinary people buying gold. Government is saying stop buying gold for 1 year to help your country's reserves.
No, you are blaming, Mr. Arnab, stop screaming. You are blaming ordinary people.
I am not blaming ordinary people now. You're infuriating me, man. You're really ignorant about economics. You know nothing about anything.
Listen to you. People don't listen to you. You have been since long, you have been saying that we are Atmanirbhar.
Oh God, why don't you understand what is our current account deficit? Our current account deficit will widen to $80-90 billion. Do you understand economics? I forgot you're from Rahul Gandhi's party. You understand nothing. Like Rahul Gandhi, you don't understand.
Nobody's going to buy this. Nobody is going to buy this.
People are buying it right now. Will you support? I'm asking you, viewers, I'm opening up the lines. Will you support the Prime Minister's appeal to work together, put nation... Well, why do you need to? You won't support Sheikh. You won't support Sheikh.
Just because BJP wants to continue their rule, their regime. And
you won't support the Indian Prime Minister. Who will you support?
They're anti-people politics. They're anti-Indian politics. No.
Buying gold makes you pro-Indian.
Stop talking on the behalf.
Buying gold makes you pro-Indian.
You are not people of India.
Deepak.
You are not people of India.
Arnab, let me come in here. Arnab, let me come in here. It's absolutely very clear that the suggestions given by the Prime Minister doesn't cost a single rupee to a common man in India. And it is only for the larger interest of the nation. And those who don't want to support it are purely not in the larger interest of the nation. And I would like to compare the scenario when Congress was in power to now. There is clearly where the people are not affected. There's no shortages. There is no price increase yet. And 60 days crude stocks we have, 60 days natural gas stock we have, and 45 days LPG stock we have. And the government has absorbed around 1,000 crores of loss per day. So it's absolutely clear that the opposition and certain people don't want to give any constructive suggestions, but they deliberately want to create panic and try to keep people in a question of uncertainty. So your mind is the issue here. So are you with India and India's larger interests or not?
The
is something
Prime Minister,
what your mind clearly says.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing. I will support the Prime Minister's appeal, will you? Republic supports the Prime Minister's appeal, do you? Republic supports the Prime Minister's appeal, do you? Question is on, phone lines will be open. I want to put this in a little bit of perspective. This is being seen, Ajay Bagga and Santosh Mehrotra, as an overall opportunity to question the government's economic model. I'm afraid that is the silliest thing that one can do. The government's economic model has not changed. However, our Forex reserves may be affected because of the global circumstances, right? The warning signs are flashing. We should be happy, Ajay. We should be happy, Santosh. We have a Prime Minister who reads the signals and who says, if you do some of the following things, and it's not austerity, it will help the country greatly. Let me take the case of edible oil consumption. The Prime Minister says that reduce the usage of vegetable oils because a lot of it is imported. Simple economics. You reduce it by, say, 10%, right? You would save a couple of $3 or $4 billion in terms of Forex reserves. You reduce gold purchases by 50%, you will save $36 to $38 billion in terms of Forex reserves. And this is simple, appealing. Are you an Indian? Will you help the country? I say I will. But maybe not Santosh Mehrotra. Maybe he'll say, no, why should I? You're a mistake. I'll do what the hell I want. I'll increase my edible oil consumption. I will buy foreign products. I will keep buying gold. I will keep traveling abroad. I will not reduce petrol and diesel consumption, and that way I am expressing my faith in Indian democracy. It's not. Then if I say you're being an anti-national, they get angry. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand this. Ajay, would you please put it through to Santosh, because he doesn't like me, you see. Maybe you say the same thing to him, he like you.
Arnab, and he and I get along a lot intellectually. So, that gentleman who was shouting earlier, Atmanirbhar and all in gold,
Sheikh
we cannot be Atmanirbhar because we produce 2 tons and we consume 800 tons a year. So, and out of that we send out a fair bit as re-exports as well. But Indians buy jewelry worth 450 billion tons, 450 tons. Now, that's a cultural thing, that's a civilizational thing. Changing it will be a little difficult, but this is a good way to rally. My family paid in the freedom struggle. All the gold at home was given to Gandhi for the Congress party to fight in the freedom struggle. In 1962, my grandmother gave away all the jewelry because Pandit Nehru had given an appeal that we need gold to buy arms, and the whole of India lined up to give gold. So this is a good way of giving a vision. Now we need practical steps along with it. It has to translate into the ground. I think all of us can live a year without buying gold. That goes without saying. How do you...
Not Priyanka Kakkar.
Arnab, please don't bring my name in like that. I have many constructive suggestions. For example, 16 lakh crore का loan माफ नहीं करना चाहिए दोस्तों का. For example, bring back the 1,500 crores which has now increased in black money in Swiss accounts abroad. Bring back that money, and pass on that benefit.
You're being quarrelsome, not reasonable. You're being quarrelsome.
You didn't pass.
This is like, Gisapita rhetoric. You keep saying this every time. Whose friend's money was that 16 lakh crore? This was the government. This was the government which recognized what was sitting, what Rajan This is the government which recognized. And today, madam, you should know, all public banks together make 1.8 lakh crore profit.
Santosh Mehrotra
made 1.8 lakh crores. We gave 35,000 crores as dividend to the government of India. NPAs are at 0.4%. Who did the cleanup? Who has been in the government?
Okay, here's how you can help the country. Here's how you can help the country. I'd like to see if even Santosh Mehrotra counter that. If you reduce your gold imports by 30 to 40%, you will save 30 to 40. If you save it by 50%, you will save about $38 billion. That's almost half the IMF's projected current account deficit of $84.5 billion. So you can really go out and help your country. Santosh Mehrotra, would you do that?
Yes,
Too much to ask? Too much to ask?
Because I buy gold every day for my wife. Anyway, let's come back to brass tacks. The fact of the matter is that all that needs to be done is that the government needs to raise the price of gold. A tax has to be imposed. The government will earn some revenues. It's really hard for cash. Debt to GDP ratio has gone up very significantly in the last 10 years. And therefore, it's important that you reduce the demand for gold by raising the price of gold.
Raise the price of gold. Good idea. Is Sanju still there? No.
So are you willing to listen to me after asking a question, or should I leave?
No, continue.
Okay, thank you. So let me continue. I'm going to go on making suggestions to you if you allow me, sir. So that's suggestion number 1. You can actually cut imports, and I'm sorry if I can. Ajay was about to make a suggestion making a suggestion on an earlier channel which I have questioned, so I'm going to question it even before he makes it here, which is that he's saying that RBI should actually release...
Louder.
I would say RBI should not release any gold. That's not the idea. Let me move on to the following. That tomorrow, almost certainly, or within this week, you are going to see a rise in the price of both diesel as well as petrol, highly likely. I hope they don't raise diesel because that's going to cause inflation across the economy. They probably will raise petrol if they have any good sense, because that's going to cut consumption. Because that's what you need to do. That's what the government's objective is. That's what the PM's objective is. Thirdly, you see, fertilizers are a major import from the Gulf region, and we are sort of dependent upon imports of fertilizer. What is the fertilizer that we are importing? It is urea. Urea constitutes 85% of all the chemical fertilizer that is currently being applied on Indian farms, which is a tragedy for Indian farms. It's a tragedy for Indian farmers because the yields have come down. And the yields have come down.
But those changes you can't make overnight.
May I finish, sir? My last sentence.
But can you make those changes overnight, sir?
You can make those changes overnight, sir. If I might complete my sentence, you will have your say. So may I just finish my last sentence, sir? All I was saying was raise the price of urea.
No, this is wrong.
It will have multiple benefits.
This is wrong. This is wrong. You're being misled, viewers. You're being misled, viewers. You're being misled by. You're being misled, viewers. What has happened? I'll tell you the truth, viewers. The Iran-US conflict has not ended. Shipping is disrupted through the Strait of Hormuz. This is the world's most important oil route. Oil prices have gone higher and weaken the rupee. Stop blaming Narendra Modi for that, Nahid.
Arnab, allow me.
Stop blaming Narendra Modi for the Strait of Hormuz.
No. Allow me to speak for some time at least, Arnab. I've been patiently listening to everybody. I have a suggestion to make.
Versus, Sanju.
Can I speak? No, don't do verses now. Don't do verses now. Let me speak. I have few suggestions to make. I don't want to debate with this illiterate Samajwadi Party spokesperson.
Don't call her illiterate. Now, this is not necessary, Sanju. You don't call other spokespersons illiterate. That gets personal now.
I repeat, she is illiterate. Why do you call her? She is not interested in the country at all. See, Arnab, I have some important suggestions to make. Like you have written on top, hashtag gold can wait. You know that you should use one more hashtag. Hashtag Chanda can wait. BJP is the richest party in our country, and they've got in 2024-25 they've got.
But Nahid, even if you buy 10 grams of gold, it means importers buy equal dollars from the market. More demand for dollars, more pressure on the rupee. Basic economics.
No, if you have called me for your debate,
yes,
you should allow me to speak for a minute uninterrupted.
I have.
Otherwise, there's no point. No, I just spoke for a second. You felt bad that I was talking about Chanda. Don't feel so bad. This is the reality. BJP has got Chanda worth.
You're not going to contribute to the country
7,000 crore. BJP, for them, nation stands personal. So BJP should stop taking Chanda. Modi ji should appeal to all his
The Samajwadi spokesperson is totally confused.
No.
I mean, we are not talking about Chanda here. We are talking about a different issue. I would like to get one point absolutely very clear. There are countries around the world which are affected by this and where the prices have gone up by almost 100%. In our own neighborhood, every country around India is affected. India is the only country which is not affected. India is the only country where we don't have shortages. India is the only country where the citizen is not paying a higher price. This is a success story compared to the Congress era of the past. This is something which is a model which stands as a role model for a lot of countries around the world. And we Indians should be proud of the way it is being handled rather than complaining. I mean, come on, grow up.
Come on, give your Chanda away. Come on.
We are in a comfortable situation. We are in a situation.
Nahid, I'm saying to you tonight. Nahid, listen to me. Nahid, listen to me. Nahid, listen to me. And Nahid and Priyanka and Sanju and all of you. See, I'm just saying to you, this is a time to step up for the country.
It's not time for BJP to step up for the country and give up with the Chanda.
For all, not BJP.
It is not time. No,
Sanju.
It is BJP. This is not a Madarsa debate. This is not a Madarsa debate. This is not a debate about how the earth is flat according to the Goswami Kitab. This is a serious debate. Your debates on international standards.
Louder, Sanju.
Totally ruins it. I'm not going to talk to her.
Means lower fiscal deficit. Means lower inflation.
Why don't we help the? Okay, I ask you this. I once went to meet Shaktikanta Das in the Reserve Bank of India office when he was there. And I just got to know from Shatrikanta Das how hard the Reserve Bank of India worked during the COVID period. All I want to ask tonight is,
logic, but we are not interested in debating that.
why would
Your
we...
madrasa logic is not what I'm interested in.
Don't do this. Don't make those personal comments, Sanju.
Your madrasa logic is not something that I wish to debate.
Nahid.
She must go to a mental
Okay, Ajay Bagga and Priyanka, Ajay Bagga, I ask you this, Ajay, can you explain in 30 seconds how an individual's effort can help the country? Just make this point to Priyanka.
See, we must understand that 85% of the petrol and diesel we are using is coming with, is getting into the country with very scarce foreign reserves. So use it judiciously, walk wherever you can, try and reduce your consumption.
Correct.
Cooking oil, most of it is getting, we are bringing from outside. Fertilizers we can't touch. I disagree with Professor Mehrotra. We cannot increase the fertilizer costs. Already the farms are in distress. If we increase the price, the government has done a lot of work on nano urea and stuff like that. We have to continue.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm closing. Priyanka.
Hold Arnab, it's not a necessity.
Yeah.
People can wait a year for...
Yeah, and you know what, Ajay? To Priyanka and to the opposition, I have great respect for your views, but do you know, Priyanka, that you have to keep changing your economic strategy when the situation geopolitically is fluid. If the geopolitics is fluid.
I agree, but who called it upon them? Who brought it upon them? And who is now preaching but not practicing? These questions have to be asked. It has to be asked in 10 years.
I agree with you, but then if the Prime Minister is appealing, you can consider it. Sanju?
Why is Arnab Goswami questioning Arnab Goswami, why are you scared of questioning Arvind Kejriwal? Jawab do. Why is Arnab Goswami scared of questioning Arvind Kejriwal? Kejriwal is spending 145 crore.
That is what was warned yesterday.
I wish I have no interest in discussing Kejriwal on an important issue like this. You are not doing your party a service by saying that. Sheikh Amir, you should step in. Sheikh Amir, there's a global crisis. There's a global crisis. Every citizen has to step forward.
No, Arnab, if you want to reduce gold imports, you should build a system. People don't have trust in this economy, income. For their security, they buy gold. I don't know. Sanju Verma is here.
Okay, I think I'll do this again. I haven't been very able to explain that everybody's effort will help India's forex stability. And Sanju, I will not respond to every screaming comment that you make will not get an invitation of a response from me. And you're saying Arnab Goswami will not get a response. You are doing a disservice to the government. You are doing a disservice to the BJP. You are being non-serious on a serious issue. And let me tell you, the Prime Minister's office will also not be happy by seeing the way that you are debating. Neither will the BJP leaders be very happy with the fact that instead of making strong economic points, you are wasting the opportunity that you are getting on television, Sanju. Instead of making cogent statements in line with what the Prime Minister is saying, you are calling everybody stupid, fools, madrasa chap and all that. That is the non-serious debate. Sanju Verma, I have listened to you long enough. But if you think that you are talking about you are not made a single serious point on the debate. You have not talked about single serious points. You are intent on making personal points. And I think that's a very bad way of debating. I have to tell you that. So don't get carried away by your own shouting. You are not. I thought Deepak Reddy and Ajay Bagga made far more prudent points than you. Yeah, you're not doing the right thing. Thank you very much. Sanju, you're not doing the right thing. End of story. You're making a mistake. You are a national party spokesperson. You should behave like one. You're a national party spokesperson. You are a spokesperson of the ruling party. You should behave like one. You should stop making ridiculous comments. You should know the manner in which you need to debate. You can remain restricted on points. I'm saying this to you because far too often you attempt to become quarrelsome because you are trying to attract trolls rather than make a serious debate. I believe that you have done a disservice to the BJP today and to the government, which is to the Prime Minister who made 7 important points, but instead of talking about those points, you have once again wasted the opportunity on national television. Ladies and gentlemen, to the other breaking news story. And stop WhatsApping me in the middle of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, former West Bengal Minister and Trinamool leader Sujit Bose has been arrested sometime back in a recruitment scam. This is a breaking news story from Republic Bangla. He appeared before the ED today in connection with the alleged municipality recruitment scam. Then he was questioned by the ED following a Calcutta High Court directive after he has skipped previous summons during election duties. We have got at Republic exclusive details from the investigation. This is a very important arrest because if he begins to reveal, it could go right up to the very top of the Trinamool Congress. And I have with me today, I think I have Nilanjan Das, I have Tausif, I think I have Sanju who's still with us, if she's with us. Now Nilanjan, this is a serious arrest. SSC scam, Republic has been talking about it, right? He was questioned, he's now been arrested, which means he could speak. He could reveal bigger names. This is being closely watched, right? Tausif, this is being closely watched also in Bengal and nationally right now. Will the SSC scam finally come apart? Nilanjan.
As far as my knowledge goes, I think he has been arrested after 10 hours of interrogation on the municipal recruitment scam, if I'm not wrong. You can update me on that. But be that as it may, we see that the new government, the new BJP double-engine government has come into force in the state right from today. Today, Mr. Shubhendu Adhikari has taken charge. And today we see that the former minister is arrested. So we have to look at the track record of the ED. We see that 95% of the cases...
Nilanjan, if I may interrupt for a while because I have very limited time. Nilanjan, I agree, it's a municipal scam.
Only
but I just want
0.1% conviction rate, not a single...
No, one minute. Don't make a broad comment. There's a lot of cash, as far as I know, Sanju, in his huge amounts of deposits of cash, and there's the cash out there. Can you see these pictures? Sanju, Nilanjan, can you see the visuals out there on the screen? 3 crore rupees cash in his bank account. This is not normal stuff. Sanju. This is the cash. You're seeing it.
Arnab, first and foremost, yes. Arnab, first and foremost, the primary teachers recruitment scam and the SSC teacher recruitment scam. The key person involved is a man called Partha Chatterjee. You must be aware that Partha Chatterjee has been expelled by the TMC. Initially, Mamata Banerjee said Partha Chatterjee is holier than thou. Ye to Harish Chandra ka dusra avatar hai. I want to just say one thing. The initial FIR was filed in 2022 against a man called Sujit Bose, against a man called Ratin Ghosh, against a man called Partha Chatterjee, and against a man called Ayan Sil. And let me make one thing very clear that the ED has substantial proof. There were fake mark sheets, there were fake question mark sheets, there were fake merit lists, and all this was done under the blessings of Mamata Banerjee. So my simple question is to Nilanjan and to Tausif. Is Partha Chatterjee innocent? Is Sujit Bose innocent? Is Ratin Ghosh innocent? Is Ayan Sil innocent? Your own Minister of Fire and Emergency, your own Minister of Education, or rather the former Minister of Education, they have been involved in this SSC recruitment and primary teachers recruitment scam. What is your excuse?
You want to take that, Tausif? I have just a couple of minutes left. Tausif, briefly, please. Tausif, and then I'll come to you, Nilanjan.
Arnab, the cases that Sanju is referring to are all sub judice. It's a matter before the court, and after due investigation, after proper trial, the verdict will be out. So we should not jump the gun on the television and start asking questions.
The question is
hard question like whether a person is innocent or not. That will be decided by the court.
The question is
not by anybody of us in the TV debate.
On a broader point, you agree out here, Nilanjan, that this is the worst kind of corruption, recruitment of laborers, sweepers, clerks, drivers across municipalities. It's a spillover of the teacher scam, by the way, where the allegation is Trinamool was taking money to recruit sweepers, to recruit drivers, to recruit clerks, not just teachers. Yes.
You see, Mr. Shujit Bose has been the former vice chairman of South Damdam municipality, and I know that there was this case. And today he has been arrested.
This is the syndicate case. You know, this is called the syndicate. This is the syndicate. The Trinamool syndicate.
If there has been wrongdoing, if sufficient proof is there, as Madam Sanju Verma is claiming, then of course they can file a charge sheet in the court. And the court will take the rightful
you seem very soft. Are you becoming? Have you also become a Riju Datta?
Someone who Parthu Chatterjee. She was talking about Parthu Chatterjee. Parthu Chatterjee now actually talks like a spokesperson.
Do you support
Parthu Chatterjee talks like a spokesperson of?
Do you support Parthu Chatterjee? Do you support IISL?
That's a question.
Do you support?
That's a question for you, because Parthu Chatterjee seems to be supporting the.
Nilanjan.
People are
corruption.
I don't know. Maybe he's going to be a leader in a few days. Maybe Dr. Parthu Chatterjee is going to be a BJP leader in a few days.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, big breaking story tonight. Big Trinamool leader arrested in what is called the municipality scam, a fallout of the teachers scam. Nilanjan, Sanju and Tausif only for one short time on a breaking story. Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, the debates are getting hot and hotter. We're going to come back with a hotter debate tomorrow evening. Good night and goodbye.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. Nexa.
जब अपना कोई मूव किसी को मूव करता है ना यार, फील आ जाती है।
भाई तू अपना है, तेरा सफर मुझे भी करना है। तूने प्रूव कर दिखाया यार, एनीबडी कैन ड्रीम।
मुझे लगा मैं नहीं, पूरा का पूरा मूवमेंट चल रहा है। Breathable fabrics, awesome comfort, effortless style, AD from the house of Arnab.
In the India Today Best Universities Survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
अरे ये डिबेट बाहर की सोचे विकी। डिबेट यानी विवाद, भारत विवाद नहीं, संवाद यानी कंस्ट्रक्टिव डिस्कशन, इसमें भरोसा रखता है।
सच नरेट नहीं करना होता, नरेटिव को सच बनाना होता है।
जब भी भगवे के ओर कोई कालिक दिखता है तो उसी स्याही से इतिहास लिखा जाता है।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Join IIHM, International Institute of Hotel Management. To know more about ECHAT exam, call 98310 50,000.
कोई ग्लोबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन नहीं है, इट्स अ टेरर मशीन।
अगर हम टेररिस्ट होते तो टेररिस्ट हमें क्यों मारते?
आरएसएस ने बाबरी मस्जिद तोड़ी और आरएसएस वायलेंट है।
वो तब गिरा जब इस देश के बहुसंख्यक समाज का विश्वास टूट गया।
आप लोगों ने तो देश चलाने का दावा किया है, लेकिन आप लोगों का ना कोई हिसाब है ना कोई किताब।
ये चोट निशान छोड़ेगी।
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. Nexa.
जब अपना कोई मूव किसी को मूव करता है ना यार, फील आ जाती है।
भाई तू अपना है, तेरा सफर मुझे भी करना है। तूने प्रूव कर दिखाया यार, एनीबडी कैन ड्रीम।
मुझे लगा मैं नहीं, पूरा का पूरा मूवमेंट चल रहा है। Breathable fabrics, awesome comfort, effortless style, AD from the house of Arnab.
In the India Today Best Universities Survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
ये सब आप इसलिए कर रहे हैं ना सर, ताकि आप अपने आरएसएस को बचा सके। वैसे भी आप आरएसएस के भोपोई तो हैं। आरएसएस का सच है मेरी थीसिस, जो सालों से छुपाया गया है, but I am going to unmask the truth.
क्लास अब शुरू होगी because the professor is here.
ये जो भी हो रहा है, ये injustice, ये conspiracies, ये manipulation, अगर आप इसको terrorism नहीं कहेंगे तो फिर किसको कहेंगे? ये है मेरा आखिरी सवाल. This is my last question to you.
Join International Institute of Hotel Management. Call 983-10-50,000.
अरे ये डिबेट बाहर की सोचे विकी. डिबेट यानी विवाद. भारत विवाद नहीं, संवाद यानी कंस्ट्रक्टिव डिस्कशन. इसमें भरोसा रखता है.
सच नरेट नहीं करना होता, नरेटिव को सच बनाना होता है.
जब भी भगवे के ओर कोई कालिक दिखता है तो उसी स्याही से इतिहास लिखा जाता है.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
On the show tonight, the Congress has neither a government nor a chief minister. The infighting inside is getting positively embarrassing. At 8:30 p.m. tonight, why I feel Asaduddin Owaisi should be booked for his open defense of NIDA. At 9 o'clock tonight, why you have to be completely unaware of economics to question why the Prime Minister has made an appeal to every Indian to play their part at this time. Now, my first comment today is about what's going on in Kerala. First of all, it's really sad that the Congress party has made a national spectacle of its infighting. Imagine a party almost out of power everywhere. In one state, it gets a chance, that also not on its own, through the support, patronage of the Muslim League, which is all right because the Congress is a Muslim party. So they'll be very happy to be together with the Muslim League. There's a Muslim alliance, therefore, that's happening in Kerala. But what's happening is that three Congress leaders are in a do-or-die battle fighting each other. In our country, the last round of elections was on the 29th of April. On the 4th of May, the results came out. On the 9th of May, Shuvendu Adhikari was elected and sworn in as the Bengal Chief Minister. Then yesterday, we had Vijay, who was sworn in as the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister. And tomorrow, Himanta Biswa Sarma will be sworn in as the Assam Chief Minister. The only one state where they cannot decide anything, where they are fighting for their lives. And both Satishan and Venugopal have made life hell for Rahul Gandhi. And that's a good visualization. Is Kerala, where they are fighting, it's a direct fight between two people. One person who says, I led the fight. That's the man on the right. His name is Satishan, 61-year-old. He said, I led the fight. On the other side, there is K.C. Venugopal who says to Rahul Gandhi, but I'm your man. I'm your yes man in Delhi. Isn't it my turn? And of course, there's a third person also called Ramesh Chenitala, but the real fight is between these two. One is Rahul's man, and the other man is the Congress workers' choice. Ladies and gentlemen, V.D. Satishan supported by the electorate and K.C. Venugopal supported by the party high command. One other point is to be made. The Congress is a weak party. This time they should have come back with a super majority, but they couldn't. They're not even the halfway mark. They got 63, only 63 MLAs out of 140, which means they're 100% reliant on the Indian Union Muslim League, which means Effectively, it's a Muslim League-led government. So, the Congress is a Muslim League-led party. Its leaders are fighting desperately within. And I think personally that Muslim League wants Satishan as the Chief Minister, so he should be the one who should be made the Chief Minister. But I think Rahul Gandhi's man, K.C. Venugopal, will win this fight because eventually in the Congress party, historically, personal relationships matter more than merit. And this man, though he has no mass base, will hold either of two positions. Either he will be made the Chief Minister of Kerala or he will be given a consolation prize and told, let Satishan be Chief Minister of Kerala and we'll throw out Kharge and make you the Congress party president. In the process, however, of pushing his man, K.C. Venugopal, Rahul Gandhi will make the party weaker and divide it down the middle in Kerala. Just like in the process of dumping the DMK and becoming a junior partner of TVK, Rahul Gandhi has ended up making the Congress party weaker in Tamil Nadu and nationally. So it's Rahul Gandhi's ego, inability, incompetence that is leading the party to this terrible situation that it is in. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, as the Congress party is stuck in Kerala, please remember, every move is important because it could mean the further attrition of a party that is left with very few places where it can remain in power in the country. Let's debate.
तमिलनाडु में प्रक्रिया चल रही थी और इनकी इकोसिस्टम दिल्ली में बैठे बैठे देश को गुमराह करते थे कि देखो 4 तारीख को नतीजे आ गए, 5 हो गई, 6 हो गई, 7 हो गई, 8 हो गई, तमिलनाडु में सरकार नहीं बन रही है। अरे भाई, केरल में तो पूर्ण बहुमत है, वहां तो बना लो। ये इकोसिस्टम केरल के लिए चुप है, नेता नहीं तर्क पा रहे। 2.5 साल की फॉर्मूला करे कि 1-1 साल के 5 मुख्यमंत्री की फॉर्मूला करे, अभी तक उनको नतीजा हाथ नहीं लग रहा है। और अपने पार्टी के नेताओं को भी वादे करना और फिर पीठ में छुरा भोंकना।
Kerala gave its mandate. But now, even after a week, the state has no chief minister.
केरला में कांग्रेस में फुल मेजोरिटी के बाद फुल कंफ्यूजन, अभी तक सीएम फेस तय नहीं कर पाए। बंगाल में, असम में तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने अपने चेहरों को तय कर लिया, पर केरला में ये नहीं हो पा रहा है क्योंकि प्रियंका वाड्रा चाहती है सतीशन बने, जमात और मुस्लिम लीग की बैकिंग है उनको, वो वायनाड से सांसद है। राहुल गांधी के.सी. वेणुगोपाल का नाम चाहते हैं, चनीतला और शशि थरूर भी वो है चाह रहे हैं कि अपना नाम आगे कर लें। तो केरला में कोई कंसेंसस नहीं है और ये कर्नाटका 2.0 बनने जा रहा है।
The Congress has more contenders than secretaries.
Sir, who is the front runner for CM this time? Sir, will the final decision come from Congress High Command, or will the MLAs have the say in that? Sir, who is the front runner?
Sir, is there any disagreement between the parties?
So will the MLAs have a say? The final decision come from the Congress Command.
So will you meet with Rahul Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi?
Who is the front runner for the CM? Sir?
The same old line that the party leadership will give the decision, but nobody knows when.
Sir, who is the front runner for the CM, sir? So, will the final decision come to the Congress High Command or will the MLAs have a say in that? Sir. Okay.
So who will be the CM, sir?
Sir, one comment, sir.
Disagreement between the
Will be the CM.
Deep factional rifts have begun to show in the Congress's Kerala unit.
Due time is 23rd is the last day. So due time means due course of action should be taken. due time. No final decision has to be taken by the High Command. That is what one-line resolution all the MLAs have signed and said. That we can't say. This is the final decision of our High Command.
Time is running out. The Congress has until 23rd of May to decide who will take the seat. The three contenders are V.D. Satheesan, K.C. Venugopal and Ramesh Chennithala. In the fight between Delhi and Thiruvananthapuram, it's the Congress grassroots worker losing again.
For arriving at a final decision, the observers has come here. After consultation with the MLAs and the senior leaders, they will submit a report to the Congress President and Sri Rahul Gandhi, and then final decision will be taken by the High Command.
Will the High Command choice once again trump the popular mandate?
Okay, this is very embarrassing. Tom Vadakan, national spokesperson of the BJP, Rahul Ishwar, political commentator from Kerala. A lot of people calling us from Kerala tonight saying, why are you so interested? Well, I'm interested because it's embarrassing. Jimsa V. Abraham, J.V. Abraham, youth leader, he's from the UDF, supports the Congress party. Advocate B.N. Haskar is the spokesperson of the Revolutionary Socialist Party, which is an ally of the Congress. So he's part of UDF. And C. Gauridasan Nair is a senior journalist. He's pro-left, I'm told. May I start with you, Mr. Nair? What is going on from your perspective? What, in your sense, what is the real issue? Why this is getting so stretched in Kerala?
I think it all boils down to this high command business with which Congress has been sticking for years now. I think they should have been able to, they should have realized that this is not a positive vote for the Congress. This was a negative vote. This was a vote against the LDF and the manner in which the LDF ran its government. So this was a kind of a bonus. Of course, the Congress did carry its campaign virulently, and the man at the head of the campaign was V.D. Satheesan. So generally in Kerala, people were in the hope, or probably people were expecting Mr. Satheesan to be chosen. He was the automatic choice by way of public opinion. But that has not happened. Suddenly we see Mr. K.C. Venugopal and Mr. Ramesh Chennithala, throwing their candidature and leaving it to the High Command. I mean, in the Congress, the practice has been to go by the numerical, weightage. Going by the numerical weightage, it should be the leader of the leader who gets the maximum number of MLAs behind him, who should be chosen. So if it were so, and if they were so sure, why did they throw the ball into the court of the High Command? Now, for the ordinary people in Kerala, this spectacle is completely, many of them have lost faith in the vote they have cast. And it is a sad situation.
Is it a matter of any doubt, Mr. Abraham, that it is V.D. Satheesan who's the deserving candidate? He's been leader of the opposition. He's the architect of the comeback. He has won 6 consecutive elections. He's a grassroots leader, I'm told, grassroots leader. Then where does this Venugopal come from?
Well, that's a good question. Let me start by saying that what we're witnessing in Kerala now is actually democratic consultation process. It's not a constitutional crisis like the one that you have in Manipur, for instance. And secondly, but most importantly, when you have people of caliber in a state like Kerala, there are bound to be deliberations which can be agreed to only by a consensus. Now, as you know, the UDF, the Congress party particularly, places a lot of emphasis on consensus building and mutual cooperation. So you need somebody, you need a platform, you need a government which is focused on good governance, on regional representation, So this is bound to take time. Now, this sort of discussion was not taking place when there was a delay in announcing the CM of Delhi, which took 11 days, if I'm not wrong, or the CM of Madhya Pradesh, which took 10 days. And mind you, Mohan Yadav, the current CM of Madhya Pradesh, was not in the reckoning. He was not a leader of any grandstanding, at least, when his name was announced as a CM.
Yep.
So when it comes to Congress, I don't understand why this finger pointing.
Yeah, so
I genuinely think, excuse me, let me add one more thing. I think the right-wing ecosystem is genuinely disturbed, not because of the pace of the selection of the CM, but because of the mandate that the UDF was given in Kerala. They see no doors opening for them. I think they have a reason to be worried.
So, Mr. Vadakan, why did the Prime Minister make a comment? What was the need? I mean, you guys haven't done well in Kerala at all. You've done worse than you expected. You've done worse than you did in the Lok Sabha elections. So nothing to celebrate for you. One. Secondly, I find myself actually agreeing with Abraham that, Mohan Yadav was not the choice. You dumped Shivraj Patil. He was the mass leader. He led you to victory in Madhya Pradesh. You told him, go sit in Delhi. And you made Mohan Yadav. You didn't give a role to Vasundhara Raje Scindia in Rajasthan. You put her into cold storage. You made somebody else the chief minister. Right? So why are you getting into this? What is the pleasure that you are getting? Shouldn't you rather be introspecting about why the BJP has stagnated? You've grown in Assam, you've grown in Bengal. Why have you stagnated in Kerala should be your bigger concern. Why are you getting into this?
Can I?
Yes.
This is not a question of the BJP. They've got a mandate. We need a government there. The earlier government of Pinarayi Vijayan was a total failure. Pensions were not paid, salaries were not paid. The needs of the people were not met. The exchequer was empty. And in a situation like this, when you have the majority, what is this delay? We may have failed. We will do course correction in it and find out how to get out of this. We will do better. But at this juncture, the question is, if Pinarayi government's failure has led to the success of the UDF, they need to put their house on order instead of having this war, internal war, whether it is Venugopal or is it Satishan or is it Ramesh Chanditala. There's no time for this. Kerala's development should be on track, and that's not happening. That is why we are worried.
No, but Kerala's development will get affected if they are late by 2 days?
No, not necessarily. But stop this fight. There's a poster war going on.
You should be loving it. You should be loving it. You should be loving it. If I were in the BJP, I'd love the fight on the other side. Why are you concerned? This is fake concern, Tom. Tom, this is fake concern. You guys have a problem with KC Venugopal, like most of the congressmen there. Now tell me one thing, Mr. Haskar, is it not true that KC is a bit of a parachuter into all this? I mean, he's got no mass presence. His last election, his last assembly election, he won in Kerala 20 years back. He has no independent mass base. He's Rahul Gandhi's eyes and ears. Shouldn't he be better placed to do that role in Delhi?
See, Mr. Arnab, this is the beauty of the democracy, that we have three choices instead of one dictator. When a difference of opinions are there, that means we have opinion regarding the choice of chief minister. So, whether the KC Venugopal or whether Ramesh Chanditala or VD Satishan, who is going to be lead up UDF government, is not at all a question now. We have got a great mandate from the people, and the people of Kerala is having high credibility over the UDF team.
How is it a great mandate? How is it a great mandate when you're totally handicapped by the fact that you can't operate without the Muslim League?
See, it's a due process. In fact, it's a due process.
No, how is it a great? Why are you and Abraham celebrating the great mandate when you have nowhere close to the halfway mark on your own?
See, Ramesh Chennithala as well as V.D. Sadish, both are the members of Legislative Assembly, are intended to sworn immediately. But the question is whether these three leaders can take the leadership of the UDF government is the only question right now. That will be solved within 24 hours. As an ally of the UDF team, we come to know that within 24 hours the matter will be settled because...
who is the more deserving person according to you? Come on, who is the more deserving of them, Mr. Askar? Who is the more deserving of them? Who deserves to be Chief Minister in your view? According to your party, you're an ally of the Congress.
See, we keep because it is an internal progress, an internal program of the Congress party. So they have to decide the Chief Minister. We don't have any specific person to choose right now. What we have given them
why are you being diplomatic? Here is a man who has led the Kerala into the victory as opposed to a person who's sitting in Delhi. Mr. Rahul Ishwar, is there any doubt that the grassroots leader is Satishan?
No, Arnabji, two submissions. First of all, on a lighter note, the only one thing we can be sure is a Hindu Nair will become the CM. All the three belongs to the Hindu Nair community. And as you know, when three Nairs come together, they will have 5 different opinions. Especially people from Kerala will connect to what I say. So with due respect that. And second very important point, as a Malayali, I can definitely say a harmonious Muslim League is more pluralistic and harmonious than Congress themselves. And if there is a deserving candidate that is more than them, Sri Kunjalikutti Sahib, who is well respected across communities. But right now, as of now, the position is very crystal clear. Minorities, especially Muslim and Christian community, are more aligned with V.D. Sadishan, and he has huge grassroots support. That's a fact. Hindu community organization.
And like without the Muslim vote, can Priyanka Vadra win from Wayanad, or can Rahul Gandhi win from Wayanad?
It's strongly a Muslim majority.
So basically, it's a Muslim vote. You see, Rahul wants Venugopal as Chief Minister, but therefore I see the Muslim factor everywhere. The Muslim League, the Muslim vote.
I can humbly submit one thing. And Arnabji, if I can humbly submit one thing, the Muslim League we have is a proud inheritor of Indian legacy, and they have been more harmonious and secular than all the other so-called mainstream parties combined. So there is a different nuance and cast to it. But let me point this out. The Muslim and Christian community are more aligned with V.D. Sadishan, whereas NSS, SNDP, the majority Hindu organizations are more comfortable with Ramesh Chennithala or K.C. Venugopal, because V.D. Sadishan is more of a Nehruvian left. This is a Nehru-Patel moment in Kerala's Congress, whereas Mahatma Gandhi had to balance a right-leaning Patel and a left-leaning Nehru during the selection for the Congress leader and Indian Prime Ministership. Similarly, Sri K.C. Venugopal has a very strong sway over the organizational matters. He is a backroom operator, very staunch, sincere, selfless worker for the MLAs. Whereas Sri V.D. Sadishan is a mass leader who speaks so well, who is having an in-depth knowledge, of everything that we know. So, it's a tight combination. So then there can be a consensus candidate called Ramesh Chennithala emerging. So this is in effect a Nehru-Patel moment that is there. And there are, it's a very, I would say it's a very divided house is a wrong word, but there are people who are having equal stakes at the CM post. And that's a reality of it. And I don't know who they will select, but 47 out of 63 MLAs support Sri K.C. Venugopal. And please remember, K.C. Venugopal is not an outsider. He's an active person who was actively involved in the field in resource mobilization, ticket allocation, coming back of the dissidents, taking other people from the left party. So K.C. Venugopal definitely deserves credits. It's unfortunate to demean him. But at the same point of time, we see Sri V.D. Sadishan is a mass leader with a huge appeal, and there is a huge groundswell in support of him. That's a reality. And Ramesh Chennithala is the senior most. He was one of the best home ministers we ever had. So it's a competition.
It's also showing a weakness of the party high command. These kind of things, Mr. Abraham, wouldn't happen in the BJP. Open infighting, poster wars, demonstrations. It shows a weakness of the party high command. I genuinely think so.
Has to be a part of a democratic consultation process, nothing less. That being said, Would we ever witness such a thing in BJP? Well, I doubt. Mostly because BJP, as far as we can see, operates like a private limited company. You have a CEO who takes decisions, it trickles down.
Would K.C. Venugopal even have been in the power stakes without Rahul Gandhi, since you're saying that? Isn't his greatest qualification that he is Rahul Gandhi's eyes and ears?
Well, that's a brilliant question. If that's the case, then what do you think about Suvendu Adhikari in Bengal?
What do I think about? In what sense?
Yes, he was reprimanded by our Prime Minister, nobody less, during speeches in Bengal, and then next day you have him as the CM of Bengal. What do you have to say about it?
Reprimanded by the Prime Minister?
That was the Prime Minister talking about him, Suvendu Adhikari. He was incriminated in a video taking bribes, which was commented about by our Prime Minister. And then you have, one fine day, you have him as the CM of Bengal. Don't you see an irony or contradiction there?
But this would never have happened in the BJP, these kind of things. I mean, I'll throw that to Tom Badakan. He's been in the Congress for many years before he joined the BJP. So he's in a good position. Let me get a comment from Tom in on this. He's been in the Congress for almost 20 years before he joined the BJP. Tom?
Yes, I couldn't get the question.
The point here was that he's emphasizing, Mr. Abraham, this is democracy in action. This is democracy. BJP is an autocratic party. Why these things don't happen there?
Oh, what kind of democracy are they talking about? The High Command is the Queen of England. She has no power. The son and the daughter decides, and perhaps one of their dogs can also join into this so-called High Command. And let me be very candid. This so-called democracy that they talk about is absolutely bunkum, because it's a decision that is taken in their dining room, and everything follows. We have seen it. Arnab, you were also part of all this drama that was going on. This is nothing new to you. So let us face it. This whole call about democracy, it is purely a dining table decisions that are taken, and where they call it democratic, and then
So Mr. Abraham, Tom says unless you're part of the Rahul Gandhi kitchen cabinet, you don't have a chance. While you are trying to push that as democracy.
Well, we'll have to be taking qualifications of every CM in the country from today, if that's the case. Let's start with Maharashtra, for instance. What qualification do you think our CM of Maharashtra has, besides being the henchman of the PM? Why do you think he deserves to be the CM of such a state as Maharashtra?
Why do you think he deserves? Yeah. I mean, this is the most absurd question, since you're talking about Mr.
Fadnavis.
In terms of his political experience, governance experience, or academic qualifications, he outstrips any Congress leader. I don't know what your argument is.
So let's settle on academic credentials being the only yardstick to settle on a leader.
Not academic credentials, I'm saying experience in governance. See here. My question was about
K.C.
Venugopal. K.C. Venugopal has not been in Kerala politics for 20 years. Is it fair? However much Rahul Ishwar is trying to endear himself to KC today by praising him. But don't go by Rahul Ishwar. He was once a BJP supporter. My question is, he's jumped into Kerala politics. Will people of Kerala like it, Mr. Nair? If K.C. Venugopal parachutes in, will they like it? You might as well make Mallikarjun Kharge the Chief Minister of Kerala.
Yes, because the people of Kerala were looking up to Satishan as the Chief Minister, because he led the campaign for the Congress and for the UDF. See, we in the left don't have any quarrel with the democratic process, in whatever way, happening in the Congress. But the manner in which the decisions are being taken, that's something that is, that is not affecting the supporters of the left. It's obviously affecting the supporters of the Congress and the UDF, and obviously the allies. And I think the manner in which the decision is getting, I wouldn't say 10 days or 11 days or 40 days is a big delay, but the spectacle on the streets, the manner in which factionalism has come to the fore, All these are probably causing a lot of heartburn among people who voted for the Congress, voted for the UDF.
Okay, viewers, I think we can live with a little bit of suspense. One candidate backed by the workers, other by the High Command. May the best candidate win, but I think it's going to be the High Command, the High Command, the High Command. If you know the Congress, it's only and only the High Command, unless the Muslim vote makes them veer the other way. Now, the investigation into the TCS radicalization case has taken a very interesting turn. Nida Khan, as far as investigations go, conducted religious rituals at the victim's residence. On the other hand, she's been caught from a MIM corporator's house in Mumbai, while Asaduddin Owaisi has become her biggest advocate. Is the involvement of the All India MIM proving that this case is even more political than we thought it was? Is Nida the beneficiary of political support from the All India Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin? Here's the latest.
The investigation into the TCS grooming gang case has now taken a disturbing turn. Investigation has revealed how Nida Khan allegedly performed religious rituals at the victim's residence. But even as these claims surfaced, AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi came out in defense of Nida Khan.
Nida Khan is said to be visiting victim's house as well, where she was found preaching Islamic teachings in this particular matter. Also, on the victim's phone, there are 171 links, video links actually, which preach about Islamic teachings. It is also being said that the local corporator of AIMIM, Mateen Patel, is said to be the prime funding person in this particular matter for Nida Khan and her relatives, which were staying in Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar.
Owaisi claimed the entire case was being used to target educated Muslims. The BJP has also accused AIMIM leader Imtiaz Jalil of providing political cover to Nida Khan.
निदा खान नासिक से निकली, मुमरा गई, मुमरा से निकली, संभाजी नगर में वो पकड़ी गई। करीबन 30 से 40 दिन वहां उसको पनाह दी गई थी। अब ये जो ओवैसी जो बोल रहे हैं वो इसलिए बोल रहे हैं कि उनको ऐसा लगता है कि हम उसमें नहीं है, लेकिन हम उनको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं।
Reports suggest that Mateen Patel, an AIMIM corporator and aide of Imtiaz Jalil, allegedly sheltered Nida Khan while she was on the run. Maharashtra Minister Nitish Rane escalated the political attack, calling AIMIM a terrorist organization and demanding that the party be banned.
MIM ये एक टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है। बिन लादेन और ओवैसी में कुछ फर्क नहीं है। जो काम बिन लादेन अल-कायदा के माध्यम से करता था, वही है ओवैसी अभी AM के माध्यम से कर रहा है।
Owaisi was wrong when his party defended ISIS operative Abdullah Basit in 2017. Will he be forced to take back his words in 2026 on Nida Khan?
Let's make it clear that Nida Khan is no innocent person. She's very dangerous, Shazia. And she is getting the support of Owaisi. And she has been performing religious conversion rituals. She has sent religious links to victims pertaining to religious topics. So she is a person who is trying to convert Hindus to Islam using her position. Owaisi is making an argument that educated Muslims are targeted. Did you hear that, Ratan Sharda? Educated Muslims are targeted. What is it that educated Muslims are targeted? If an educated Muslim murders someone, you will be told, oh, but the person is an educated Muslim, you shouldn't question them. If an educated Muslim carries out an act of rape, we'll be told, no, but it's an educated Muslim. Doesn't matter if an educated Muslim is a rapist or a murderer, Ratan Sharda. If you're an educated Muslim, you are in a special category. Why, Ratan Sharda, why? What is special about being an educated Muslim over being
card
educated?
That these people are playing is so shameful.
Yeah.
Never has AIMM ever talked against the terror attacks, bomb blast in Red Fort done by doctors.
doctors caught in Ahmedabad trying for mass poisoning. You had naval officer in Amravati arrested recently who was into the spoiling women's lives. And have they ever spoken with them? I can keep on giving right from 2023 onwards. Educated IT engineers, doctors, they specialize in murders, they specialize in terror. And for them to defend them, and where was Nida Khan? She was in AIMM's corporator's home. She was being protected by Ahmed Jalil, their MP, who openly said, "Hamari behan ko tang kar rahe hain." So all these cases that you find where you have special treatment as Muslims, there is a company in Hyderabad hiring only Muslims. That is the story that is in news on social media. All these things are not one of a case. So trying to brush it off as some kind of how it is different from poor headmaster's son, very good player, Shah Rukh Khan heroically taking out gun and putting on the head of a policeman, and these people clapping about that, and he is innocent. All this is actually defending terror, and these MIM people keep on claiming that we are savers of the constitution, we save constitution, we work for the Dalits and poor. Where is that defense? Aren't they ashamed that they have never condemned or criticized one terror attack by these people? Have they shown any contriteness about Nida Khan and the entire gang there? 7 policemen, women worked under cover for a long period before these were caught. So these are also RSS people. Everybody is BJP person. All these people are innocent. It is not happening in one place. Right from so many years, everywhere you find educated corporate, educated Muslims doing these kind of jobs. How could a naval officer be getting involved in this?
But the point here is actually, Ratan Sharda, that there are some people who are very happy that an educated Muslim has made obscene remarks against Hindu gods. That's why they are very happy. They are happy that an educated Muslim has made remarks against Lord Krishna.
Arnab, they get the best lawyers.
They are happy that an educated...
best lawyers. Most costly lawyers. Who pays for them?
Somewhere, all the education of a person like Umair Junaidi goes through the window when it comes to radicalism. He may be an educated person, he may be a lawyer, but at the end of the day, he is a radical. So as long as people like Umair Junaidi feel, oh, it's a great chance to support any radical thought, it's anti-Hindu, I must support it. It's radicalized Islam, I must support it. And that's where I think, these people, maybe he thinks he'll get an All India MIM ticket one day from Kalburgi in Karnataka. But it's going nowhere. The bottom line is this. The bottom line is this. The bottom line is this, and there's nothing funny about it. Umar,
it sounds funny, Arnab, because
it may sound funny to you. Actually, it's not funny. You are very scared. You are trying to show that you are trying to show tonight on my program that you are amused. You are not amused. You are very scared. You've realized that if one Nida gets caught, all of them will get caught.
I might have other chances. If you recommend, I may join BJP.
Nida Khan had links with Malaysian preacher. You are aware of that?
The very serious point is, just because I defend the accused who can be innocent according to the law, just because I am a practicing Muslim, just because I am here to talk against the radicalization of Islam, you think that I am along with the AIMIM? No, every Muslim is not with the AIMIM, and every Muslim is not supporting these such incidents wherein the Muslims, put shame to the entire community. There are several thousands, crores, billions.
Who says every Muslim?
Against this.
Nobody said every Muslim.
What you say, the terrorism.
Nobody said every Muslim. We talked about AIMI shielding Nida.
So many people. So the point is, just because I'm a Muslim, you assume that I am supporting AIMI, and I am supporting somebody who is working against Islam. No, I believe who is against Islam will never be the part of Islam and shouldn't be given the treatment on the basis of humanitarian grounds. So I don't defend the radicalization of Islam, and the people who are doing it should be defended. No, the point is, the person who are not the Islamists, the person who just use the Islam as their tool, that person should be punished. Because of those persons, the entire community is being questioned, and I'm here to defend my community because I believe.
One minute. You are not speaking on behalf of your entire community. Let me assure you. And let me assure you, you are not speaking on behalf of your entire community. 1 minute. Junaid, consider this fact here. There are people, Muslims like you, who say this is a media trial. Let me tell you what the judge has said. The judge has said this is a multi-dimensional and multi-layered case. It is a systematic case of brainwashing. Prima facie, it appears that Nida's role is specifically mentioned and her involvement is seen. The court has also said that Nida has made remarks against Hindu gods and hurt Hindu religious sentiments. Therefore, anybody who is supporting Nida believes that targeting, abusing Hindus, Hindu sentiments is something which is par for the course, that you can get away with it. Now remember when Nupur Sharma made some comments, you said Sartan se juda. Here, you are celebrating this. Here, Danish, you are celebrating it, saying it's a democratic right. It's a democratic right of an educated Muslim to abuse Hindu gods, to carry out religious conversion inside TCS.
To abuse, to harass, to lynch the Muslims. That also should be taken into consideration.
Yes, Danish, don't shout.
Take the action on the people who are using JSR in the name of the religion and abusing and lynching the Muslims. So take the action.
Are they killing anybody? Are
Audio
they
is
saying
not clear. Not for Windows, please. Stop using this window repeatedly just because you made this graphics.
In the name of JSR, you abuse, you lynch, you kill the people. That is not taken in India.
Now listen. Mubin Patel, Shazia, is an All India MIM corporator.
Mateen Patel.
Mateen Patel. You know him very well, or what?
Patel.
You know him?
This Mateen becomes Mubin, this Mubin becomes Sajid, Sajid becomes
You know Mateen?
Do
you know Mateen?
Yes, I know.
I request you to be specific.
This Mateen, you know Mateen, Danish?
He is a corporator of my party. Yes, I know.
So this Mateen is also very badmash. This Mateen was trying to shelter Nida Khan. What was he getting? Why was he sheltering her? He knew that she was running away from the law, she was absconding. A person who's a corporator, why is that person protecting Nida Khan? Was that a prize given for her religious conversion, for her abuse of Hindu gods?
Is the court decided that Nida Khan is convicted or not?
No. Why was
the court decided?
Was she absconding?
Is the court decided
was she absconding? Danish, answer the question. Was she absconding?
Listen, I just want to come in. It's so shameful that at this point of time, Nida is being defended even right now. I'm an educated Muslim woman, and I want to say it unambiguously.
Has every right to be defended.
I'm ashamed. No, be quiet, sir. Let me speak. Allow me to speak.
There is a conviction against.
No, this is not done. ये ना कीजिए. ये बेहूदगी ना कीजिए आप. Allow me to speak. I will not be a woman who will be shut down by people like you. I'm not that sort of a woman who will be shut down by people like you. So no matter what you do, you cannot
representing your political party.
I am just letting you know that.
You cannot silence voices like mine. I'm ashamed. I'm disgusted. And I'm repulsed by the likes of Nida and her ilk.
How these days BJPs are ashamed
of the fact that young girls were sexually exploited. Dirty, filthy things were said about their religion, which is Hinduism. And married Muslims for playing these games, these filthy games like perverts.
Ma'am, you are not talking. Your party is talking on behalf of you.
No, you'll have to be quiet. No, you'll have to show some respect to me. You'll have to show some respect.
Danish, don't shout.
I will not speak like this. This just shows your badtamizi. No, this is what it shows. You'll have to allow me to speak. You will have to. No, don't make those faces. Don't make those eyes at me. Don't make those eyes at me. No way. Don't make those eyes at me. You know something?
You are talking ridiculous.
Arnab, I come from a very typical Muslim home. I grew up in Kanpur, Chawanganj. A lot of people don't know that. And I'm telling you how tough it is to fend off people like him who have no respect for women and will not allow somebody to speak. So I'm telling you, and I say it unambiguously, and I wish there were many more Muslims like me who would come out on the streets and instead of shielding Nida, say we are ashamed to have a woman like her who is actually allowing pervert Muslim men who are even married to misbehave, sexually exploit and abuse the religion of those girls, which happens to be Hinduism. And not just that.
Umar Junaidi, let her speak. Umar Junaidi, don't be a chauvinist.
Will be proven unguilty.
Junaidi, audio.
Will be acquitted.
Junaidi.
I want this clip to be played on the television. I want this whole debate to be played on the television. Wherein, if there is a chance, if Nida Khan gets acquitted, what will you answer, Shahjahan?
How do you know what the judgment will be? How do you know what the judgment will be, Umar?
These are the people who should be excommunicated.
How do you know what the judgment will
Which
be?
have been seen,
This is the
as you quoted, as for the prima
So why are
facie
you
right,
defending her then? Let you wait for the judgment.
by the judge.
Why are you
is
defending
not
her?
the point which she is going to convict her.
Why are you saying she's innocent?
Process to be gone. The trial
We have
to be
a
completed.
situation, viewers,
I believe out of eight-
where a lady who's part of a conversion racket inside TCS becomes the toast of the All India Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin. Radical Muslim leaders come out in her support, almost as if she has done some great social service, almost as if she has carried out some great community development, whereas the known fact is tonight that all that Nida Khan is accused of, is running a conversion ring inside Tata Consultancy Services. Shame on you. Iftikhar Misgard, look at these Muslims.
No, it's so
Look at these
shocking.
people.
I was not done. This man kept speaking on me. Iftikhar bhai, if you allow me to speak only for 20 seconds, I'll be very grateful. So what I want to say is at this point of time, this is the point that Muslims should be getting together on and imploring the masjids, the maulanas, to excommunicate people like Nida and the rest instead of shielding them. This is the time we speak. And if you really are true to the cause and care, you would not be defending a fiend like Nida. Those pervert men who were misbehaving, sexually harassing young girls, they cannot be allowed to be defended. We are ashamed.
Umar
I'm
is
ashamed.
speaking, yeah?
I'm personally ashamed. And I feel horrible as an educated Muslim woman. So instead of
It's horrible for me to have a debate with you.
They're testimonies of the women.
Look at the language you're
narrated
using.
the ordeal.
And you're asking me to not to defend anybody else.
Shazia is an educated Muslim woman, by the way, Umar.
Yeah.
Who's exposed you right, left and center tonight.
On the national television.
Who has taken you on and exposed you nicely tonight. But the problem is what she's saying is that the response, particularly of Danish, is that of a male chauvinist.
Yes.
The people like him cannot tolerate that a woman is smarter and more intelligent than him. You cannot believe that a woman is smarter, more intelligent, more educated, more qualified, and more successful than you, Danish.
I am not tolerating anyone.
You don't like it if a woman is more successful than you.
Sir, Arnab, you won't decide that who is most successful.
I won't decide it, but I'm saying that Shazia is decidedly more educated, more intelligent, and more successful than you.
You have no right.
No, I'm just saying that she's more successful, more educated, more intelligent, and she speaks better than you. And it's hurting you somewhere. That's a Muslim woman is better than you.
I don't think so. He is supporting BJP and he is sitting here on behalf of BJP.
I'm saying she speaks better than you. She's more educated than you. She's more qualified than you. She's more successful than you. And she's able to argue better than you. That's why somewhere you're being shaky about that.
And you are supporting a criminal. While I remain in BJP,
I'm not
I'm very proud to be so. You are supporting a criminal, a pervert.
The court will decide who is criminal or not. The court will decide who is criminal. The court will decide who is criminal. You are not responsible.
Ever be like you.
You are not responsible. You will not decide.
You are supporting
Madam,
something
you will not decide. I know you are educated woman.
Who allowed young girls.
Let me tell you why they are. According to the findings of the special investigation team, Nida Khan, Iftikhar Misgard, please, on screen. Nida Khan played the most central role in manipulating the victims. She made the victims wear a burqa and a hijab, and then taught the victims how to perform namaz and observe fasting during Ramzan. Then she gave the victims several religious books. And then she went on to install Islamic apps on the mobile phones of the victims. Then Nida Khan repeatedly pressurized the victims to convert to Islam.
links to religious.
She forced the
conversion.
victims into a burqa, kalma and plans to settle her in Malaysia. ऐसे लोगों को सपोर्ट किया जाता है इफ्तिकार जी.
Arnab, allegations you are putting is like nobody will what you are putting on the field. And on the other side also, we must see the other situations also.
I mean, it's so shameful, really. You know, instead of condemning Nida and the likes of her and saying it's reprehensible what she's up to, you are actually defending her and shielding her in waiting for a court of law, knowing very well their testimonies. 117 links to radical Islam and conversion was sent to the victims. I mean, who on earth is this Nida working as an HR manager to be working on conversion? I mean, this is so disgusting. I don't know what part of religion is this.
It is very disgusting.
I am ashamed and I wish all of you said it.
That you are against the law of nation.
It is horrifying. It is horrifying. And just think of what our Hindu brothers and sisters endure when they hear this. This is the kind
that you are against the law, against the system of the law, against the judiciary.
Come out in rallies.
You want to have your decisions to be pressured on the judiciary. That will not be taking place, madam.
This is wrong and this is wrong.
There is no space for your arguments. And what do you think?
The law will take its own cognizance. And now looking at you, imagine you just make it worse. No, for people like me.
Umair, are you also insecure of Shazia because
who you try to silence?
She speaks better than you, she appears to be more competent than you, she's more articulate than you. Are you also getting insecure of an educated Muslim woman? Why? Are you educated? Does an educated Muslim woman make you insecure? What is You can say that. Maybe you are. You appear to be. Both jealous and insecure of Shazia.
Listen to me.
No, there is some irritation in you that a Muslim woman comes and talks about things.
Let me tell you, according to you, she is educated and she speaks well. I am very happy. She belongs to a Muslim community and this shows Muslim community is developed and Muslim community women can speak up. I am very happy. I am not jealousy. Why should I be jealous? She is on the other side, I am on the other side. That's it. Why should I be jealous? It is the Islam who gives the
I don't understand that. This is so clear. Young women were exploited by Nida and those men. And she was indulging in religious conversion.
Whenever I get a chance to have a debate with such Muslim women, I feel very happy.
Subject to exploitation. And you're okay with it. How can you be okay with it? I'm not okay with it. Why aren't you imploring every masjid, every mosque, every Maulana to speak against it? Why aren't you going out and saying this is not wrong?
Madam, the happiness factor for you might be different and for me, it might be different. As a lawyer, it is my duty to abide by the law and I believe in the judiciary and the decision, once the conviction is made by the court, then only I'll call accused as a culprit. Unless then, I will not. That's it.
Why was Nida absconding? Why was she running away from law? Why was Nida absconding?
I have every right to defend any.
Have you not heard of 117 things on religious conversion that was sent to the victims? Have you heard the victims' testimony? You know what the girls went through? You know how many complaints?
Ladies and gentlemen, see, I think this has been a strong debate. Fact is, Nida is in trouble. I request all radicals out there to stop supporting Nida. Stop supporting Nida, because especially like that All India MIM cooperator, and I challenge Asaduddin Owaisi to come for a debate with me on this. When I'm back tonight, why I believe you should support the Prime Minister's appeal. The Prime Minister's appeal is not just about the global energy crisis. It is about what you need to do for the country and not keep asking what the country has done for you.
In the India Today Best Universities Survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School, Bengaluru.
कोई ग्लोबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन नहीं है, इट्स अ टेरर मशीन।
अगर हम टेररिस्ट होते तो टेररिस्ट हमें क्यों मारते?
आरएसएस ने बाबरी मस्जिद तोड़ी और आरएसएस वायलेंट है। Just say it!
वो तब गिरा जब इस देश के बहुसंख्यक समाज का विश्वास टूट गया।
आप लोगों ने तो देश चलाने का दावा किया है, लेकिन आप लोगों का ना कोई हिसाब है ना कोई किताब।
ये चोट निशान छोड़ेगी।
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
Join International Institute of Hotel Management. Call 983-10-50,000.
ये सब आप इसलिए कर रहे हैं ना सर, ताकि आप अपने RSS को बचा सके। वैसे भी आप RSS के भोपोई तो हैं। RSS का सच है मेरी थीसिस, जो सालों से छुपाया गया है। But I am going to unmask the truth. क्लास अब शुरू होगी, because the professor is here.
ये जो भी हो